worked at Rails and Fun back in 2017. I lived in Kansas City before for like 2 years. Then I went back home because of a housing issue. I had got a voucher for Section 8, so I went back home because here I was paying rent and I couldn't afford it. You know, Oklahoma is a little cheaper, just a little bit, but it wasn't, no job opportunities there. How I end up back here. The COVID happened and I had a new baby, which is 5 now, and so I lost my car and stuff like that, and I eventually lost my Section 8, so that's how I ended up back here. I was in a shelter at Restart downtown before I came here, and before that I was living with a family member. We had some disagreements and she was like, you have to go. So I had to leave, and I went to another family member's house, but her household wasn't like a place that I needed to be with my kids. I found Community Link through my case manager.
When I first met Regina, I could tell that, she had been through a lot. She seemed to be overly concerned about her children and their behavior, and she was actually working at World of Fun and seemed to be really stuck to that particular position that made her feel comfortable, but she needed some help.
It was exciting to have my own room, my own bed, and my kids have a room in their own beds. They love it. They love the kids program. They always ask them, do we have class today? They love it. They love the teachers. They love it here. They're really happy.
We have classes every Tuesday and Thursday evening when our parents are having their class. So our kids get to come over and have a fun-filled night with a ton of learning. We prepare dinner, and we also ensure that we are doing everything we can to fill educational gaps. So we do assessments for our preschoolers, and then we also do diagnostics that have an emphasis on math and reading for our school-age kids. To see kids just evolve and change is what I love the most.
I love being here, like it's helping me save money. I've never been able to save money. And it's helping me do it. Even though sometimes I'll be like, don't want to give up that money, but then I have to tell myself that money is gonna be there when I'm not here. Therapy, they kind of help. They really do. It's touch on a lot of stuff that I never would have done on my own. Far as it's helped me open up to my feelings and things making me realize things that's going on in my life.
It really was an internal motivation tactic that we used just to kind of help her, and I think it has changed just how she handles most things in her life, going into the hope and trying to be more forward looking than just being in this stuck place. It's really putting her in a growth mindset.
Miss Connie knew a lady named Abba who works through a company called Terminal Cleaning Services, and she called her, and Miss Abba was like, she can fill out an application and I'll get her an interview set up. And so I had an interview set up with the hiring manager at Truman Hospital, and I got, the position, which was EVS. And as I've been working there, you have to train, and then they test you before they put you by yourself. So I passed my test that same day. I was on my own. I was asked to clean the OR.
I said, don't despise small beginnings. I said, just go in there and just be the best custodian that you can be. Clean up those rooms really good. I told her about, an opportunity that one of my family members had, and how once they took the the benefit of the job and worked it to the best of their ability, how they got 2 promotions after that. Shortly after working at the hospital, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was within the first 2 weeks, she actually followed the example that I told her and cleaned the room so well that the staff came back and said, hey, you did an exceptional job. We really want you to clean another area. And so they offered her another position that paid a little extra on the weekends. She came in, she was just ecstatic.
Because they said I cleaned really good. I started on the baby floor, that's where I was trained. And so the first day I was by myself. I cleaned one of the rooms where the ladies have their babies, and I was very detailed, and they said I did really good. I'm working in the OR right now until she gets back, and then I will float and help with the OR. I have started some classes, so I'm working on going to school and going for nursing, so that's what I'm trying to transition into.
I think the biggest struggle was helping her to believe in herself. When she told me about wanting to be a nurse, I'm like, well, the hospital is the perfect place for you to be. You're gonna be around nurses. I said, get to know them, say hello, how's your day? And then they can talk to you about their journey, and then it'll give you a bigger understanding of whether or not this is what you really want to do. You're in the right place at the right time with the right people.